Now, company accounts. Before understanding company accounts, first we need to understand about what is company. So today we'll understand about the company. Company is an artificial person existing in the eyes of law and distinct from its members. Company is a quite artificial person which is existing in the eyes of law and distinct from its members. For this, we will take the example of Mr. Mukesh Ambani and Jio. Both are different entity. Jio and Mukesh Ambani both are totally different entity. Now, we'll understand about the liability of the members in the company. So, liability of its members is limited to the extent of the value of shares held by them. For example, I have 10% shareholding in a company. In that case, my liability will be limited to only 10%. Now, the company has a perpetual succession. So first we need to understand what is perpetual succession. If the members of the company may keep on changing and changing from time to time, in that case there will no impact on the company existence, which is known as what? Perpetual succession. So we can say company has a perpetual succession. Now, the shares of a company are freely transferable except in case of a private limited company. Shares are freely transferable. For say I have a share capital of a company, it's like 10% shareholding I am having in a company. In that case, I want to transfer the shares to the other member, then they are freely transferable. A company is considered as a legal person. Any person can make a case on the company, and company can also make a case on a person. So the share capital of a company is divided into shares. For example, a company need a share capital of rupees 100 crore. It is not possible for anybody to place 100 crore at a time. In that case, what will company do? Company divide the share capital into small shares. For example, 100 rupees each share, and the number of shares will be 1 crore. Though a company is an artificial person, as we all know, but it acts through human being. There is a need of human being over here. Now, the next point is insolvency or death of a member has no effect on the life of the company. See, if any member get insolvent or death of any member, there is no impact on the company in that case. Now we'll come to the types of company. So first company is one person company. In one person company, paid up capital is 50 lakh. No shareholder will be there. If any shareholder will be there, in that case this company will not be a one person company. Now 3-year average turnover should not be more than 2 crore. The average turnover of 3 years will not be more than 2 crore, then this company will be known as one person company. Now we come to the private company. Minimum 2 members, maximum 200 members. They can't issue shares. If we are talking about the private company can't issue shares, and private limited will be written at the name or at the end of the company. Now we come to the public company. Then public company can issue shares, and limited will be there at the end of the company name. Now we come to the incorporation of a company, how we can make a company. So for making a company, there is a need of idea. So idea generation, or we can say promotion, is required for a company, and when the idea is set, we are thinking this idea will work out. In that case, there is a need of registration of a company. First we need to register our idea, and after that we have to applying for the capital. When we get the capital, we need to commencement of business, which is known as starting of business. After starting a business, or we can say before starting a business, there is a need of prospectus. So first we need to understand what is prospectus. So company has to issue prospectus on which all the details of the company will be mentioned. For say, I want to purchase shares of any company, then of course I want to know about all the details of the company, and this will only possible when the prospectus is there. Now, minimum subscription. This minimum subscription will again and again come in every question. So we need to understand what is minimum subscription. For SEBI listed company, 90% shares to be subscribed. For say, I have a share capital of rupees 100 crore. In that case, 90 crore shares to be subscribed. What will happen if the 90% shares will not be subscribed? Company has to return that particular money to the shareholders within 15 days. Now the question arises, how much time company will get to get this 90% subscription? So company will get 3-month time period for this subscription. If this will not be achieved in the 3 months, then in 15 days company need to return that particular amount of money. Now we come to the types of share. There are basically 2 types of share: equity shares and preference shares. Now we will see the differences of equity shares and preference shares. Now preference shares. Preference shares, as a name suggests, preference shares are those shares which get much more preference than the equity shares. Types of preference shares. With reference to dividend, there are 2 types of share: cumulative and non-cumulative. With reference to participation in surplus, again there are 2 types of preference shares: participative, non-participative. With reference to convertibility of the shares, again there are 2 types of preference shares: convertible and non-convertible. With reference to redemption, again there are 2 types of share, that is redeemable and non-redeemable. Now we come to the equity shares. Equity shares are those shares whose shareholders has voting rights. So what is the importance of equity shares is, equity shares has the voting right and they get payment at last, but they do not have a specific payment. Equity shareholders are known as market players, risk-bearing shareholders. Now, classification of shareholders. In each and every question, we will see this classification of shareholders. What is the authorized capital? What is the subscribed capital? And there are many more types of capital by which we will get confused. So first, we will understand that is authorized or nominal capital. In memorandum of association, we have to specify a particular amount of capital which can be required in the business, and this capital is known as authorized capital. For say, I am going to start a business. In that case, what I am doing, I have to give the requirement in the memorandum of the association. If I am giving the requirement of 100 crore, then the capital which I am required, which is known as authorized or nominal capital, that part of the authorized capital which is offered to the public for subscription will be known as issued capital. For example, I have given the requirement of 100 crore, but now I am issuing only 50 crore to the public, then there is no issues, then it will be known as issued capital. Now, subscribed capital. If I am issuing capital which is 50 crore, but people are subscribing only 40 crore, then it will be known as what? Subscribed capital. Now, called up capital. If the people are subscribing 40 crore share at the time of application, in that case, I need to call the money, which is known as called up capital. Now, paid up capital. How much amount people are giving on calling the money, which is known as paid up capital.